nice to have so much staff and help to set up my news broadcast table for me. Wonderful, isn't it? Look, they even lit my cigar. Now that's grand. Welcome to a very special edition of the Dr. Joe Show. Today, we broadcast our very first episode in Cigar World News. This is going to be an ongoing theme, show, etc., and will be aired at least quarterly, but of course as needed depending upon the ongoings in the cigar world. We will cover both Cuban cigars and non-Cuban cigars, Habanos and Nicaraguan, Dominican, Honduran cigars alike. However, being that this is our very first edition and we are halfway into 2014, there is a lot of Cuban cigar news, Habanos news that I want to get out there. Primarily, these primarily, these news broadcasts will be brief. However, like I just said, we have a lot of information, so let's get to it. I am not even going to tell you exactly how this is going to go or what it's going to be about. You'll learn that just by watching, but I guarantee you, if you're watching, you will know something that you didn't know by the end of this thing, unless you are a fucking expert. So, first order of business. Edicion Limitadas for Habanos, from Habanos SA 2014. None of these cigars are yet released. All of these cigars are either pending or confirmed that they will be released, but none of them are on the market yet. So watching this news broadcast will really guarantee that you know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, what to look out for. As a collector and a smoker, you know that some of these cigars are extremely hard to get your hands on once they come out. Prices go through the roof a few months after they come out, depending on supply and demand. So in all of those aspects, this show will help you tremendously. So, without any further ado, let's get down and dirty. Edicion Limitadas for 2014, Habanos SA. Bolivar, Cohiba, and Partagas, three great brands. Bolivar and Partagas are still only proposed, not yet confirmed. Bolivar will be the Super Corona, Famoso number 3, Vitola. The Partagas will be the Selección Probada, a Magnum 50 shape. Big cigar, and again, proposed. However, the Cohiba is a confirmed release. It will be out for 2014. The Robusto Supremos Magnificos. And that's about it for Edicion Limitadas. Only 3 and only 1 is yet confirmed. However, do know this, even though confirmed means it will definitely be available, many times a 2014 release won't be seen to 2015. It's very funny. It's like the opposite of the car industry. People are driving around in 2015s right now. It's only 2014. What the fuck, did they come out of a time hole? Jesus. Anyway, that's that. Moving right along to regional editions. There are a lot of them, so get ready. Also, this brings me up to a correction. During the Medalla de Oro number 2 La Gloria Cubana episode, I said that Belinda would possibly be having a regional edition release all of a sudden. I found that kind of odd, but hey, La Excepcion had one. Who knows? Anyway, it was put in the wrong section on the website from where I got that information. My fault for not confirming it with them, I guess, but you know, they put it in that section and I read it from that section, and that's how the mix-up happened. The Bosphorus is actually going to be a release for Bolivar, Petit Edmundo format. We already talked about this cigar, but it's not Belinda, it will be Bolivar, 2014 proposed. For Diplomaticos, here's a good one. Asia Pacific for Diplomaticos, the Bushido, number 109. Remember that big Bolivar cigar I was smoking during the aged Habanos episode. Well, I don't know if I'm putting this up first or that, so you may not have seen it yet. Well, the 109 is almost a Churchill-sized cigar, a little bit wider. Big cigar, boxes of 25, 2,000 to be made. For Juan Lopez, there will be two. The Chiado 1864 in a Petit Robusto format, and the Don Juan in an Edmundo format. That should be interesting. For La Flor del Cano, La Flor del Cano is getting another one. For Canada, the Siboney in a Minutos format. Now this is a strange release because it's called the Siboney, but Siboney is an extinct Cuban brand that only had one cigar in it, and it's quite rare to ever see any of these. Very rare. So I don't know why they're calling it the Siboney. Perhaps it's the same size as that one cigar Siboney had. Probably it's a Minutos, and the Siboney was they said it was a cigarillo, which not really a cigarillo, but a Minutos is a very, very small cigar. So that is a little odd. I wonder if it will be using a special band. Unknown. This we talked about, La Gloria Cubana, the Paraíso, Edmundo format. Excellent that we're going to see another La Gloria Cubana regional edition. Again, most of these are marked as proposed, but some are confirmed. This one right here, for Por Larrañaga, the Sobresalientes, Edicion Regional Gran Bretaña. It is a unique size and that they are making Sobresalientes. Wow, that's a mouthful. Sobresalientes. That's what it is. Now here's something. Ramon Alones has 5, count them, 5 regional editions proposed for the one brand. For Spain, Lebanon, Switzerland, Germany, and Italia. The Sur Edicion Regional Libano, the Capriccio Edicion Regional España, Perfectos Edicion Regional Suiza, the 898 Edicion Regional Alemania, and the Short Perfectos Edicion Regional Italia. 5 for one brand. Why? That sounds crazy to me. And the funny thing is, they recently put a rule down, Habanos SA being they, that only one cigar could be made per region per year. I really think they should have worried more about saying only one cigar per brand could be made per year. Because now we have 5 fucking Ramon Alones releases in 1 year? Well, they're proposed, so hopefully some of them will not come out. Who needs 5 more Ramon Alones? I love the brand, but I'd rather see it, spread the wealth a little. St. Louis Rey will finally be getting another regional edition, the Inca Petit Robustos, and so will Sancho Panza, the Eslavo, another number 109, big cigar. I'm glad to see these brands that don't have much going on getting a little taste of the action. Which leads us to Vegas Robena. Short Robena, another Minutos format, very small cigar. The good thing about that is they won't be very overly expensive. So if you want some regional editions, you want to try some regional editions, you can go for some smaller sizes, or you go for the brands that they make a ton of, like Ramon Alones. And that brings us to a close on our regional editions. Moving right along, Reserves and Grand Reservas. Actually, we were speaking just now about 109 releases. This happens to be a Bolivar 109, except there's only about a third of it left. So, now, first of all, before we get into the Reserves, Grand Reserves, the Habanos Collection Series, enthusiasts out there, no cigar has been labeled thus far for 2014. However, if you didn't know, the 2013 cigar for the Habanos collection is the Partagas Series E1. Very interesting because I myself have not yet seen a box of these. I wonder where they are. The Reserve Series. The Reserve Series is released every 2 years or so. If you look at these years here, except there was a big gap between 7 and 12. 2003, 2005, 2007, Cohiba, Partagas, Monte Cristo, respectively. Then, not until 2012, Romeo and Julieta was released, and in 2014, this year, the cigar is to be H. Upmann Reserva Cosecha 2010. So it will be a 2010 crop to make cigars for 2014. That is this year's Reserva. And again, back to the 2-year format, 2012, 2014. Why was there that big gap between 2007 and 2012? Well, because that's when they started releasing the Grand Reserve Series. Grand Reserve Series started in 2009, and there was a release in 2009 and in 2011. So between 2007, 8, 9, Grand Reserve, 10, 11, Grand Reserve. So they're kind of using these crops. Now they're making 2 lines out of 1 batch of crops. Instead of releasing 1 Reserve Series every 2 years, now you have a Reserve Series and a Grand Reserve Series. The big difference, the crops in the Grand Reserve are older. That's all. And as far as the Grand Reserve is concerned, we can see this and say there was one in 2009, Cohiba, 2011, Monte Cristo, 2013, Partagas. So sadly, there won't be another one till 2015. There is no reported Grand Reserva cigar on the rise right now. That gives you some time to still go out and get the Partagas Lusitanias. Wonderful, wonderful release. Very expensive, but very, very nice. Now, moving right along to collectors who have something even a little more rare in mind, the Antique Replica Humidor series. Antique Replica Humidors have been released almost every year since 2006. Until 2009, they skipped a year. 2006, 7, 8, 9 was Upmann, Partagas, Romeo, and Monte Cristo respectively. They skipped a year, and in 2011 released Hoyo de Monterrey, Monterrey. In 2012, it was the Ramones Imperiales. There was none for 2013, and now in 2014, they are still drawing a blank on where to go next with the Antique Replica Humidor series. This is sad, but perhaps it's due to the fact that they've put a lot of concentration into now releasing a lot of standard production cigars into the market that we have not seen yet. Up next, we're going to look at some of those cigars. Ah, that's the fucking life, ain't it? That's the fucking life. Say goodnight, Max.